So Anifex's fat forgot to make an intro before he went to Atlanta for the Siege X reveal. But do not fret, little ones. I am making the intro for him. In today's video, he will be playing the new Siege X reveal. Lock in, enjoy it. Will Anifex weigh less than 400 pounds in Siege X? We will never know. Unless you watch the video. So enjoy it. No Nappa out.
So Siege X just got more chaotic, with an increase in destructible environment, aka things go boom. Firstly, you know those annoying beepers that you have to walk by on bank or on border? Well, now they're destructible, and you don't have to worry about the enemy hearing you walk through it. In other words, this is the anti-TSA. But also, fire extinguishers will now be destructible, and pretty much act like a quick smoke, increasing the Glaz and Warden pick rate. You want to crouch Warden with a shotgun and hide in the smoke? Boom, you could do so now. Did you accidentally bring frag grenades instead of smoke grenades as Glaz? Well, don't worry, there's a fire extinguisher right on the wall. But also, fire extinguishers act like an Ela mine. If you're standing in the vicinity and somebody shoots it, you essentially get concussed. Essentially acting like a default trap, but it works both ways. You're probably thinking to yourself, Anifex, what's that red fuel pipe right there? That's what I call death. Just like good old-fashioned video game logic, red mean bad. If you are to shoot one of these fuel pipes, a few things happen. 1, if you stand in the fire, obviously, that's gonna give you a fucking ouchie. 2, once it explodes, and you're in the vicinity of that explosion, it acts like a grenade. And 3, after the explosion, it acts like a temporary Goyo/Capitao fire, making it so nobody can walk through that vicinity for a few seconds. This shit is so chaotic and I love it. So in other words, you don't have to just worry about enemies on the map, you have to worry about man-made objects. Comment down below what you think. So Siege X just released what Border, Bank, and Clubhouse are gonna look like. And these bitches are beautiful. First up is Border. At first on the outside, you might not notice too much, but as soon as we start to break down the inside, it gets very, very detailed. I mean, just look at how CCTV looks. It actually looks realistic. One thing I've noticed about Border is that there's a lot more darker corners, which makes me believe that this game is going in a route of just trying to have more of a realistic lighting. So seeing small detailed changes like this bring a tear to my eye. Tears of joy, that is. You curious to know what Bank looks like? Well, holy shit. Look at how nice it looks. Look at that spiral staircase. Oh my god. I'm about to get nasty here. The lighting from the windows actually look amazing. And to be honest, this actually looks like a real bank. Also, downstairs in Vault Hall, you'll notice that the water actually looks realistic and not that bullshit pixelated shit that we already have right now. Next up is Clubhouse. I'm not gonna lie, Clubhouse is interesting. It just seems very similar to what we already have, just maybe a little bit darker than I was expecting. It kind of looks grimy. It fits the aesthetic of being a genuine biker bar. No lie, I might be watching Sons of Anarchy after this. But overall, what I'm noticing is genuine light changes and additional shading. The map itself actually looks the same, might be a few small details, but you can tell Ubisoft is trying to make a more realistic game. My only problem, okay, genuine problem, and I don't hate it, but I don't love it, is that this kind of reminds me of old Siege. The old Siege brightness was, questionable, but only questionable on certain maps, and I hope to God that it's not as bad in terms of gameplay. And oh wait, it isn't. I mean, the game actually looks appealing. Yeah, obviously there's some dark corners, but overall it's actually easy to see enemies. And also, just in case you're fucking blind like myself, it seems like the enemies are gonna be outlined. So, in other words, you can't be a vigil creeping in a dark corner without having this red outline around you. I don't know how to feel about that part. I'm gonna be real. But yeah, this is what Siege X looks like visually. And honestly, I'm loving the route it's going. Only thing I'm not a fan of is having the red outlines. It's gonna make hiding impossible. Let me know down below what you think. So Siege X will be introducing a new 6v6 game mode called Dual Front. Now, before your panties get wet, let me break it down for you. Dual Front is pretty much a 6v6 PvP mode that essentially brings a new twist to Rainbow Six as a whole. You're able to pick from a total of 35 operators, and each team will pretty much have both attackers and defenders on it. So be prepared to see castle rappelling in and glass barricading windows. This shit is getting real. It also hurts my mind. which is kind of crazy. But here's exactly what Dual Front is. The main objective is to secure 3 enemy sectors while also defending your own. And all this will partake on this big ass map you see here. My god, it looks like a GTA map. This map is only exclusive to this game mode. Dual Front is also a respawn based game mode. This game mode is also a combination of everything we know. A little bit of bomb defusal, a little bit of secure area, and a little bit of hostage rescuing. Or if you're a fucking Fuse main, hostage killing. Y'all Fuse mains ain't slick. Don't be tossing around here. So yeah, this is pretty much Dual Front. Essentially, it's going to be an experience for both new and veteran players, but also maintaining the tactical excellence that is Rainbow Six Siege. Without trying to sound like a glazer, this goddamn game mode brings me back to the good old days of Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Let me know down below what you guys think of this new game mode. I think it's comp. Siege X just introduced weapon inspection. You're probably thinking to yourself, Anifix, what the hell are you even talking about? Well, just watch. I mean, god damn, look at that P90. Jesus Christ, the curves. Kind of got me bricked out here, I'm not gonna lie. So in other words, if you have a really cool skin or a really cool goddamn charm, and you're just sitting there in sight while your roamers pretty much kill everybody, or you're a bored thermite waiting for your Thatcher to get wall, you can now just inspect your weapon and admire the beauty. Imagine inspecting the Kratos in the kill cam and then proceeding to one tab the absolute shit out of somebody. I don't know about you guys, but this is about to be a new form of BM, and I'm honestly all for it. A lot of people know me as the weapon skin guy, as I have a fucking shit ton of weapon skins. I have a financial problem when it comes to this game, I'm not gonna lie. So for somebody like me, being able to actually inspect your weapons is kind of awesome. Not to mention I can inspect this cool Anifex charm, a selfish plugin. Obviously, Rainbow Six Siege is not the first game to do this. We have games like Valorant, CSGO that have also done it, but I'm finally glad they introduced this into Siege. It's just one small thing that doesn't actually affect anybody in terms of gameplay, but it affects the appreciation for the detail that they're putting into Siege X. Let me know down below what you guys think of it, and what weapon skin are you excited to inspect? I'm gonna be inspecting the shit out of this Spellbound R4C skin. No cap, I'd be getting too excited about gun skins. So Siege X just changed the entire ban phase, and you're probably thinking to yourself, Anifex, how the fuck could that be possible? Allow me to explain. Originally, as everybody knows, each team is allowed to ban 1 attacker and 1 defender for a total of 4 operator bans. Now, you could ban 6, but it actually gets interesting. Each team will be able to ban per round. So at the start of the game, if you don't want to play against a Maverick or a Maestro, you have that choice, and you don't have to play against them in round 1. And then as soon as round 2 comes along, you could ban an operator like Castle and Dokkaebi. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Anifex, are the bans in the previous round still banned onto the next round? And to that I have to say, yes. Operators stay banned. So as soon as round 3 hits, let's say, I don't know, there was a toxic ass Doc main, you could ban Doc. Or hell, if you were a defender and you were getting annoyed at a fucking Blitz player, which by the way, if you main Blitz, you deserve help, you could then ban him. Essentially, you're going to be trading off operators that you don't want to be playing against. I think that this is better because it's going to affect the flow of every game, and each game will actually be different. I'm waiting for the game where everyone bans just nothing but shield operators, but by the time it hits round 4 or overtime, it looks like there's going to be a total of 6 operator bans, which is kind of fucking crazy. Let me know down below what you guys think of this. Do you guys think 6 operators is too much? Do you even like the idea of banning an operator each round? I'm curious to know. But I'm a fan of this shit. Siege X just introduced a new advanced rappelling mechanism. So if you're trying to get your rappelling badge to gold, this update is perfect for you. Do you guys remember how annoying it is to rappel and how slow and clunky it is? Well, now you can actually run horizontally. In other words, you just turned into fucking Sonic. I mean, god damn, look at this. You're probably thinking to yourself, Anifex, is that it? Is that all this is? You can run on walls? As if I'm playing Titanfall? And to that I have to say, no bitch, pay attention. Not only can you run against the wall, you can also now flip corners of a building. And my god, is this amazing. So instead of having to go back up to the roof, run around to the other side, and rappel down, you could just easily flip angles. In other words, Bank might be a top ban map because holy shit, shit. Or are you trying to get an angle onto elevator hall, but you don't see anybody? Oh, let me move over real quick to ATMs in the span of 5 seconds and see if anyone's playing Trump. I'm not gonna lie, I am a rappel crutch. This just boosted my KD from a 1.3 to a 1.5 easily. So let me know down below what you guys think of this. Do you think it's broken or do you think it's cool and different? Personally, I'm on the side of this shit's awesome and goober soft cooked.